The break is presented by Browning Trail Cameras. You've got to see this. Closed captioning is brought to you by Bison Coolers.
He's going to be about 330 right now. There's a spike behind him. Hold on.
Yeah.
If you can take that shot right there, take it.
Just below bull on the edge.
That'll do.
That's dead bull. Yeah.
My dad and I are at Hooker Mountain Outfitters in Hayden, Colorado, and he's after his first elk.
There you go.
We're hanging back. And we're about to make a run for it once they commit to a path. What a crazy hunt this was. Straight up Hooker Mountain style. A run and gun type hunt right here. Whoa. Whoa. What a deal.
Hooker Mountain Outfitters in Hayden, Colorado has been an annual fall hunting destination for me since 2016 when I was there for a mule deer hunt. Tom Kostur, the owner of Hooker Mountain Outfitters, sent me trail cam pictures of a really nice buck that consistently hit this certain water hole. I focused on this buck the entire week and unfortunately he never showed, just younger bucks. In 2017 I went on my first elk hunt and Mother Nature just wouldn't cooperate.
Here at Hooker Mountain Outfitters, day 3 for us here. Evening hunt. It's been terribly slow. Temps in the mid to upper 80s. And I haven't seen an elk that I could hunt yet.
As hot as it was, the elk stayed in the higher elevations for the most part, but I did have an opportunity at a cow at 70 yards. My buddy Greg Dohan was running the camera. He was watching the live action instead of the camera and she walked through the frame. I shot right over her back anyway, so no big deal, but Dohan will have to polish those camera work skills before the next trip. I was back at Hooker Mountain Outfitters again in 2018 to give it another crack at my first elk. Tom was guiding me on this hunt, so I was pretty confident we'd get into something. He spotted a group of elk and there was a legal bull in the herd.
All right, Tom's just trying to figure out which route they're gonna take. We're hanging back. And we're about to make a run for it once they commit to a path. At that point, we'll get as close as we can and hopefully get a shot.
We made a move through some oak brush to close the distance. Dohan was with me again to run the camera and we had a slight miscommunication. I'll admit it, this one was my fault. I thought Greg was right over my shoulder with the camera, but he wasn't quite there to get the shot.
70 yards.
It was 70 yards and the bull dropped and started to turn at the shot. The arrow entered at the base of the neck where the dark hair meets the tan and exited on the high shoulder. We watched him walking up the mountain and could see he was bleeding pretty good, but he walked out of sight, so we decided to let him go overnight and begin the search just after sunrise. Gary Sand helped me with the recovery. We started just by glassing from a distance looking for magpies, which are crow-like birds that typically find dead animals pretty quick. So if we saw magpies in the area, we knew there was a pretty good chance my bull would be laying close. We didn't see a concentrated amount of magpies, so we drove up to the shot location to pick up the blood trail.
That's in that.
Straight on down the trail.
In places, the blood trail was heavy, and other places, we'd have to search pretty hard to find even a speck of blood. But after about 400 yards, we found my bull and my first elk kill.
Good job.
Terrible shot, Gary. Thank you for helping me find him.
No problem. Good deal. We got it. Right there. He's legal at least. Again, good job. Good
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't believe it. Giant, buddy, giant.
Any elk with a bow is a good elk.
Oh, I'll say that for sure.
Yeah.
I've been trying to kill a cow all week and hadn't been able to connect.
Yeah.
But here we have. It was definitely a good feeling to get that first elk under my belt. For 2019, I'm headed back to Hooker Mountain Outfitters, and this time it should be a little easier because I'm bringing my Browning for rifle season. I'm also bringing my dad along with me, and he'll be after his first elk. It should be a great trip.
For as long as I can remember, the Browning name has meant something to people in the outdoors. So when I went looking for a trail camera that I could depend on, there was only one name that came to mind: Browning trail cameras. So if you're looking for a trail camera that's easy to use, is unbelievably reliable, and takes amazing pictures and videos, there's only one brand that I trust: Browning trail cameras.
Browning Speed combines advanced fabrics, tailored fit, and innovative camouflage. Hunt harder, faster, and stronger than ever. Speed, killer clothing.
This segment is brought to you by Alps Outdoors.
My dad and I are Colorado bound, headed to Hooker Mountain Outfitters for the first rifle elk season of 2019. Judging by the footage Tom Kostur sent me during bow season, it looks like it's going to be a good year for bulls at Hooker Mountain Outfitters. Tom guided a couple of friends during bow season, and they had several good encounters. This bull came straight into Tom's call and was actually too close. He never cleared the sage and busted them.
He's pushing his cows around now.
Where's he going?
Away.
He's pushing him away.
The good news is the bulls are reacting to calls, so I bet Tom will call another one in.
Okay, get ready, Katie. Not yet. Okay, get ready. Draw. There you go.
I can't see him.
There you go. Move. You shot way off there. Tell us what happened.
No. Missed. Completely.
What had happened was?
Anyways, my bow's off. That's what happened. I cannot believe I did that.
Bow hunting elk isn't easy. I missed on my first opportunity, and I'm sure it won't be my last miss either. Now, on the bright side of all of this, for my dad and I anyways, they left us some nice bulls to hunt, so we're anxious to get started. My dad and I made it to Hooker Mountain, and we met the other guys in our group at the local shooting range to make sure we're still dialed in. Just off the red.
Same hole.
Same hole.
That look all right? That'll do, pig.
I don't want to clock in. I don't know how far we're up there. That minor the two up there. Just on the edge of bull. Get out of there. Just below bull on the edge.
That'll do. That's good. Don't put another one in there.
Alright.
Where are you going, 200?
Three.
About 2 inches left.
Dead on.
Dead on height. Yeah, you're good.
You just smoked him. That's dead bull.
Yeah. Now, we may not win any long-range shooting contests, but that's good enough to kill an elk. We're ready to hunt.
Our veterans and those currently serving have selflessly volunteered for duty and risked their lives for the benefit of all Americans. With this in mind, the Niestedt Foundation was established to show gratitude for these individuals by providing the opportunity to participate in unbelievable outdoor experiences. Each event we organize is strongly rooted in our 4 guiding principles: respect, integrity, connecting individuals, and empowerment. Visit Niestedt.org to discover how you can create a brighter America for those who have sacrificed so much.
This segment is brought to you by HHA Sports.
My dad and I are at Hooker Mountain Outfitters in Hayden, Colorado, elk hunting during Colorado's first firearms season. We hunted on the river the first morning with guide John Matthews. Along the edge of the river there is thick cover where elk will bed down during the day. Alfalfa fields surround the river where elk will feed all night. So the plan is to ambush them as they transition to and from the alfalfa fields. Opening morning was slow. We didn't see a single elk. They had already moved into their beds before daylight, so we were behind them. For the afternoon hunt, we went up into the mountains. Luckily for us, we were able to ride a buggy up most of the way and only had to walk a few hundred yards to our vantage point overlooking an alfalfa field. We saw quite a few mule deer, but that was it. The elk didn't start moving until well after shooting hours. The next morning we're headed back to the river. We know there are several big elk herds in there. We just have to hope they haven't already left the fields and gone into the thick bedding cover before daylight. We head in at first light, glassing our way into this little point of trees where we'll set up. Basically, we'll have a 360-degree view of the field and also be able to see across the river into the brush. It was another slow start. No elk in the fields, no elk moving through the river. We thought it was going to be another shutout. It was getting to be about 8 or 8:30 in the morning, still not seeing anything, so we thought the elk had already moved past us and into the cover. About that time, John hears a bugle in a block of timber along the river. We needed to move about 500 yards to get into position where John thought they'd cross the river.
If you can take him.
He's angled. He's too much. He ain't broadside.
Stop shooting, get a cat's eye.
Yes.
If you get a shot at him, put it in his front shoulder so he draws right where he's at.
He's a nice one.
Too many guys, so long. Go.
Derek, you should take his shot.
No, it's your shot. I got the camera.
That one's a nice one back here.
You just stay on him. Wherever he moves, you can move with him.
He's 300.
He's going to be about 330 right now. There's a spike behind him. Hold on.
Yeah.
If you can take that shot right there, take it.
Banks Outdoors is the place that connects family.
Oh my God. Thank you. Yeah. That was unreal.
This is the place that connects friends.
Bro, you did it.
What a phenomenal story.
This is the place that brings excitement.
3, bro.
Most importantly, this is the place where memories are made.
Dad, I will never forget this moment.
Neither will I, buddy. Neither will I.
Why do I shoot in Indian Creek? He's deader than a hammer. Indian Creek once again.
The break is brought to you by Mech Outdoors, Vortex Optics, and these fine sponsors.
My dad and I are at Hooker Mtn Outfitters in Hayden, Colorado, and it's about to go down for the old man.
If you can take that shot right there, take it.
Missed. I think.
Hold on. Hold on. Just breathe. You got him. Just one down.
Huh?
He's down.
You're kidding.
Nope.
John. That's a dandy, I believe, isn't it? I mean,
he's a nice 5 point.
He's a 5.
Yep.
Good job.
Yeah, man. I wasn't sure about that.
You hit him perfect. I seen the bullet come out the other side, hit the dirt on the other side. You hit it right behind his front shoulder. Is what it looked like. Maybe a little high, but he's done.
Whoa. Boy. What a deal.
Well, Dad killed a really nice bull for his first elk. It's got a little point that's starting to fork off that fifth, so we'll call it a 5x6. Well, now it's my turn to hunt, and as usual for me, it's never an easy hunt.
What a crazy hunt this was. Straight up Hooker Mtn style. A run and gun type hunt right here. When we hunt in the back here with Tom, we take a Can-Am all the way to the back of his property, and we catch these elk as they're moving from feeding all night in the alfalfa fields to bedding way back here. And we drove around here. Tom typically takes 2 or 3 guys, 2 or 3 shooters back here with him. And this morning, myself and actually 2 guys from the Hitman TV were with us, and we just did a little paper, rock, scissors to see who was going to shoot first. And I threw down the lucky scissors. But we come around here, drove all the way back, and we walked to the top of this mountain and start glassing to see where they're coming from. Well, Tom spotted the string of elk coming, and it looked like they were going to come pretty close to us, so we had to run around the side of the mountain, get down so we could get downwind of them. We did that, set up ready for them. Well, then I noticed a string of elk going further to the west of us along Hooker Mountain, and we thought it was the same one. So we decided, well, let's just walk back up the mountain. And Tom wanted to start glassing to see if we could see anything else coming. As we're coming up this mountain, the string of elk that Tom spotted was getting set up for. Here they came, and they ran through probably 80 yards from us. And I threw the camera down, pointed it in the right direction. The bull stopped, and he was right behind a bush. I couldn't get a shot through a huge thick bush. He started running down. He slowed down, I took a shot. He started going up the hill again. I took another shot, and I'm confident that one was a hit. And he fell. In fact, he fell. He's laying right up there, but he laid down. It took him a while to go down, but he hasn't moved in quite a while. I'm a little leery with my experience with an axis deer. Hit him in the shoulder, dropped him, he laid there for 30 seconds and got up. But this elk hasn't moved in several minutes. So I'm pretty sure he's down right there. He's a great elk. Man, I wish I could have got it on camera. And he looks like a great bull from here. I wish I could have got it on camera and got a good clean shot on the first one. But again, I don't know if I hit him or missed him that first shot, and we weren't going to take a chance, so we unloaded on him. And I hit him at least once more. But he's laying there. Still hasn't moved, so I think he's done. But I'm keeping my rifle on him, and hopefully he doesn't stand back up. I don't think he will.
I got you right on right there.
What's that?
You okay with this?
Yeah, I think so. It's on the base. Yep, last shot of the day to make sure he's down, and we took out the horn. What do you call this? The 3-2 and a G2. Load off.
5x4 now.
5x4, yep. Yeah, so my dad still maintains big bull since I shot that point off. So congratulations. Appreciate it, Tom.
Yep, you bet, Judge.